The evolutionary journey from beast to human being is woven into every facet of our existence. Most individuals are hard pressed to believe we construct our reality from within the swirls of thought and imagination. So be it. In what more convenient, easily accessible fashion can they shirk responsibility for their lives? The evolutionary path from human being onward is hardly spoken of in our times. Beside the fact such a concept is ill received, this ailment infects our well being because countless individuals fear change. Any true rationalist can greet change or metamorphosis with open eyes and open arms. This happens because they have full awareness, every aspect of participation in creating the content of their lives. However, as mentioned in previous dialogues, we don't begin at manifestation. We begin within imagination. In the New Age, we are supposed to believe that not only can we manifest whatever our hearts desire, but also the act of doing so requires very little effort. When we take a step further back to gain perspective on the truth of the matter, we can see that another component is needed. This being the requisite energy to fuel our endeavors to completion. Of course, it never hinders one to start small on the path of creation. If you're an upstart poet, for instance, you won't come out of the gate with a work such as Faust or Beowulf. Even if one could peak at the outset, why would they want to? After all, the only way forward from the top is down. The only exception being those who dig ever deeper to attain higher development, knowing they travel the path without end. A creator, or artist of any degree, should start with inspiration they receive from any number of sources. Moving forward at various stages, integrating that which serves a purpose, relinquishing that which has none. So it is with everyday life. Say we have standing before us an individual who wishes to optimize their existence. They too would begin at inspiration, if they wish to proceed fruitfully, that is. Where do we find inspiration in a world so lacking? No matter how true it is at every intersection we bear witness to hypocrisy, avarice, isolationism, cowardice, and worst of all, enfeebling sentimentalism toward decaying thought simulations. However, there is also truth that weaving between and around these are honor, truth, humility, unity, courage, and best of all, a shining hope for a better world. Both sides exist. Of this we are well aware. Some will lean to one side, others the opposite. Even fewer will observe the two simultaneously existing as one, skillfully maneuvering the responsibility of such a task to ever higher levels. Some wish to traverse the easy path of creation by aping the hard work of others, or regurgitating quotes from ancient masters because they lack the imagination, the will to bring the content of their own minds into the objective world. They choose in this fashion because others have already paved the road ahead with tried and true methods brought forth from their own souls, making this simulacric work easier noticed by the masses than had they used their own. True, we have all been inspired at one time or another by those who have come before us, and that is the proper way of things. There is no fault even in taking the work of others and expanding upon it with inventive new ideas, adding something to the original and evolving it upward. In contrast, what true artist wishes only to hack the great work than try to sell it as their own in a false, meritocratic fashion? Following inspiration, true art, true creation begins within, flowing outward into the world in a manner befitting the original artist. A work of art, once completed, has a beginning, a middle, and an end, but can live on in the souls of the beholders. Creation in itself is the blossoming flower grown from destruction. These alternating states of life are holographically linked to the processes of life, death, light, darkness, knowledge, ignorance. Hence, they are eternal, and as such carry hefty responsibility. Taboo as such a concept is this day and age. Lack of ownership concerning responsibility is centrifugal reason mainstream society lays dormant in its development. Thus, now is the time for inspired individuals to raise their heads, reinforce their broken wills, and claim ownership of the one gift given that can never be taken away. And upon doing so, however they may choose, set foot on the path to create a better life and one day a better world.